Nope, I can't hear you. Oh, there we
We
go.
should be good now.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and check YouTube. Okay, we're good.
Sick.
Cool. Hot dog, here we go. Hey, it's
Ha-
been a minute.
Howdy, folks. I know it's been a
It's
while.
been a
Had
fat
a
minute.
yeah, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh, this might be our most packed episode ever. And we don't even have a
I know.
guest.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. We've been gone for so long. The weather world's just gone on without us.
It really has. Well, I guess that's kind of true, regardless. But hey, man, what's been going up with you these
Not much.
days?
Finished my first day of grad school today. It's
Did
one
you
class at
uh,
9 o'clock this morning.
did you do a fun icebreaker where you name
I
two
did.
truths and a lie about yourself?
I didn't do that. But it's funny enough. I had to do that when I was working. That was the
Really?
icebreaker for
Oh
every new
no,
person who got hired, and we had to
no.
do it like 17 times. We individually met with every member of the team.
That's so cringe, man. I always hated that. I like in
I
school, I'm
know.
like, bro, just let me make my own friends. All
Yeah.
right, like
Luckily, it was
no one's gonna be like,
like,
ooh, wow, that was an interesting factoid. I'm gonna be his. Like, no one's gonna.
yeah.
Let's.
Luckily today it was just who are you? What year are you in? Who are you working with? And why are you taking this radar class?
Well, I guess that's not too bad,
Yeah, could be a lot
right?
worse.
It's not like a. Although, the worst ones are when they try and make it like a game, and although I will say I do appreciate not having to do work on the first day of class.
Oh, always, always.
I think the most traumatic experience I've ever had was going into Dynamics 2, the first day of the first semester, or of the semester of Dynamics 2, because it's like, okay, we had the same professor, Dr. Fed,
Hmm. Yep.
and it's like, okay, we took Dynamics 1, and then you just assume that the first day of your class is going to be a blow off day, right? It's the easy day, it's syllabus day. You get your syllabus and you read the syllabus and then you get out early. Like that's every single class's first day. So I show up to Dynamics 2, no notebook, no laptop. I'm like, all right, syllabus day, here we go. And like, so where we left off last semester, and
He did.
he pulls up
He
this.
jumped
He
right
went
into it.
literally like walked in, didn't give an intro, didn't say
No
good
rest for the
morning.
weary.
He went straight to the lesson, and I
Yeah,
was
there was
like, oh man, I'm not
Dr.
prepared for
F.
this.
Dr. F did not care.
I liked Fed,
He was great. He
but
was great. Great
man,
guy.
that traumatized me. Well, I guess we could probably talk about the weather here. So
Yeah.
California is just
Tell you
a
what,
circus today.
they went from extreme heat and dryness last year to just massive flooding everywhere
Yeah,
this year.
rain and flood. Well, what's interesting was I didn't pull anything up for it, but they were in like the flood watches and stuff for the hurricane, and then tornado watches and
Yeah.
warnings, and then they had a earthquake.
That's wild.
It's
That's
like, man,
so
like
God is not happy with California for some reason.
no. I wonder why. I'm not. Not gonna speculate there, but I'm glad I live in Texas, where we only have heat and tornadoes, and not heat, tornadoes, floods, and well, I mean, up where I'm at, we don't have those things. I
I'm
guess we
glad.
could have a brown ocean one day.
You could. You could.
We should do a whole episode on the brown ocean effect. What a fascinating, bizarre meteorological phenomenon. Like it's yeah. For
It is
those
wild.
For those who don't know, brown ocean effect is when a hurricane essentially re-intensifies on land because of like really really intense soil moisture and dew points and stuff. So it's literally a brown ocean. Like the earth becomes the ocean, and it's such a weird thing. It's rare
It's
too.
rare. It's rare, but if it comes into the right part of Louisiana or Texas, it's
It can,
I've
yeah.
seen it happen before.
Bill 2004 did a
Yeah,
whole project on that. Which
he
one of
did.
those
Yes, he
classes? I don't
did.
even remember. One of them classes. Well, anyway, yeah, California's just. Oh yeah, and they had a wildfire too.
They got everything,
They
man.
had a
That's just
wildfire, a
it's
hurricane,
what a year to
tornadoes,
be a
and an earthquake in the span of like
what a
two
year to be
days.
a weather fanatic in California,
I
huh? We
know.
usually only get like one thing. You're getting everything this year.
Probably, yeah, probably having fun. I guess just keeping up with it
Yeah,
all. Well, fun in the sense of like it's fun to observe all the cool stuff going on.
yeah.
Not fun
To
when you
live through
have
it.
flooded things and whatnot. But
Yeah, it looks pretty gnarly out there with the floods and mudslides that are happening today.
well, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and jump into it. So we're gonna take this one piece at a time, as Sir Cash said, and we're gonna start with Hillary. If screen capture, there we go.
It's just a post-tropical mess now, but it was a
And
thing at one point.
so, Will, you should be able to see the screen capture
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured out the reason why Will can never see it is because apparently you have to redo it every time you switch between the scenes in Streamlabs. I'm very inept at Streamlabs. I feel kind of silly, but
Streamlabs is not made for people with our high of IQ.
no. Well, Streamlabs is made for people who like are really serious about internet things. And I'm not a big internet guy. I'm not a big social media guy. I don't keep up with streamers. I watch some YouTube and I watch people stream on YouTube sometimes, but I'm not familiar with Twitch. I'm not familiar with which is why our Twitch is all but dead. Like we go live on the Twitch. We go live on Twitch, but there's no clips. There's no. I should probably work on that.
Clip it! Clip it!
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the animation loop on Goes West, also known as what is it? It's like
Oh, shoot,
Pacus.
I have not.
Pac-
Pacus, there you
Pacus.
go.
Conus and Pacus. If I ever have two dogs or like
There you go.
two children, I'm gonna name them Conus and
Conus
Pacus.
and Pacus. Whenever Kyle and I get a second car, we're thinking about getting custom license plates. One gonna be Skew T and the other would be Log P.
No, you can't do that because that's my that was my idea for two storm chasing cars. I wanted two trucks, a Skew T and a Log P. Oh man.
But then you just get in different states. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll be fine. You'll have it for
More
Pennsylvania or
for
Florida
yeah, snow chasing up here.
do you plan on moving back to Florida ever?
No,
No,
no, Texas. Texas. I'm moving to Texas.
moving to Texas. Good boy.
It's been written. It's been written.
Good boy. All right. So we're looking right here at good old Pacus, and we got a. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So right here, all right, that's what's left of Miss Hillary as she parades her way into Southern California or Central California at this point. But it's so interesting, right? Because we have this low pressure kind of up. You can't really see it, but like to the west of Canada, and then the high pressure that we're going to show you here in a second over central U.S.
Hmm.
And so it's essentially just like perfectly steered Hillary towards
Yeah.
California. And I've already seen people like, this hasn't happened since 1930 whatever 39 36. So it's been 80 years. Like this is super. And I see a lot of people attributing it to to climate change.
It's not. It's just they got the right steering
Just
patterns.
the right steering. Like, okay,
And
so
it's I
there's
can guarantee you. I can guarantee you, California's literally had a tropical cyclone in the last 15 years. I can almost probably
yeah.
guarantee that.
I think the thing people are saying is like that specific path or something, or
Yeah,
like that intensity.
it is. It is an interesting path the way it came, kind of was straight up.
Yeah, it really pretty much went straight north. But yeah, so there's obviously things to say about climate change or global warming or whatever. But this particular instance is, I don't think, a fair
Yeah,
example.
you can never use one thing and say this is
There's
exactly what caused it.
and that's my big pet peeve about all that kind of stuff is every time it's hot, cold, tornado, wildfire, whatever, it always gets blamed on climate change.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I
okay, well, a
know,
certain percentage of it maybe,
and
but
I've seen people on both sides claim that
yeah.
it's what
Well,
happened in Hawaii was climate change. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't it caused by down power lines that sparked.
so it was a combination of an invasive grass species, down power lines, and a hurricane that was giving off, like, not directly. It may not have been. It may have been tropical storm. I don't remember, but some sort of tropical system giving off some pretty intense winds that didn't, like, it wasn't that near the islands, but it was near enough to
Yeah,
send the wind their
yeah.
way. So,
Oh,
well, and like,
again, just another bad set of combinations there.
yeah, yeah. It always kind of tends to be that. But yeah, there's Hillary, and it's interesting too because I'm looking at these clouds here. It's pretty interesting combination of cloud formations.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. You can clearly see the marine layer kind of
Hmm.
sitting right off the door there, extending pretty far out. The atmosphere is a beautiful, complex thing to look at.
Oh yeah, this is a really neat view. I don't use Pacus enough, but we should
Yeah,
we should
take one look at Pacus.
give Pacus some love. All right, so after I just said give Pacus some love, we're gonna switch to
We
Conus,
go to the goat Conus.
the goat Conus. All right, so um, I wonder where the high pressure is.
Jeez, it is completely cat cloud free there.
Oh
My
my gosh,
goodness.
tell me about it, dude. It was crystal clear here in Lubbock today.
It is. You can see on that map. We have a bunch of high clouds here today. That's
Hmm.
just. It always looks. It's actually, I think, a little bit smoke mixed in too.
Yeah, there was some haze. Oh man, I took a screenshot on my phone of the radar the other or satellite the other day, and there was just this blob of haze and dust directly over the Texas Panhandle and South Plains. Like, it was just directly over it. Um, but yeah, so what we're looking at here, and this is a better view. So there's that low pressure up to the west of Canada, and we have this high pressure here, and then all this moisture is just slingshotting around
Yeah,
that high. It's so
and
I.
yeah. So that's what's bringing us the smoke here from Western Canada. It's
Mhm.
just a mess here.
Yeah, y'all are getting
Yeah, all
a
that.
pretty good band of clouds up there as well.
Yeah, we got a. I think we have a little cold front moving through tomorrow, kind of associated with. I think there's supposed to be a weak low that kind of forms within that pocket of moisture that ends up moving in. Slight chance for some thunderstorms, nothing crazy, but
Mhm. Yeah, so this is. I'm gonna switch to.
jeez, that is just awful to look at.
This
That's what we call a
is
bowling ball high, folks.
bowling ball high. So
My
we can maybe make a
goodness.
distinction between bowling ball highs and bowling ball lows because there's a common urge amongst some Mets to call every low and high a bowling ball low or bowling ball high.
True. This is a massive bowling ball. It is circular in nature, basically. It is huge and it's not moving.
Hmm. So so that's interesting, right? Because I guess there's a little bit of differentiation on the or different schools of thought, I guess, on what qualifies as a bowling ball. So I'd always
Sure.
assumed, at least for a bowling ball low would be a huge circular cutoff low like this
Yeah.
that just sweeps everything else, like the rest of the pattern, just completely
Basically,
sweeps it
yeah.
off the U.S. So that's not
Yeah.
really the case, I guess, with highs because they don't really.
They don't do anything. They're just there.
Yeah. So I guess there's a difference between bowling ball lows and highs. But yeah, that guy, that big old high pressure
That's
right there,
massive.
just cranking all
I
that
mean, that
moisture
is
from.
one upper level pattern that's affecting everybody from Utah to Florida to Pennsylvania. It's wild.
Well, and this is one of those national events, right? Like so
Yeah.
big old high, hurricane on the west coast, just cranking moisture, just slingshotting it around that high. So that moisture from I'm gonna switch back to CONUS. That moisture from Hillary, I went blank. That moisture from Hillary, it's in the Dakotas, it's in the Great Lakes, it's making
Oh
its
yeah,
way to the
it's
East
gonna get
Coast.
slingshot all the way across.
So when people say, moisture ball or moisture bomb, moisture dump, that's what they mean, right? It's not even specifically the bits and bobs of Hillary that are left over. It's just all the moisture firing off and
Yep.
flinging it in there. It's honestly beautiful to watch. Um, but it sucks for people in this high pressure
I don't
area.
even want to know what the high temperature in Norman is today.
I saw a tweet from the Mesonet. I don't know who runs the Mesonet Twitter now, um, but I saw a tweet from the Mesonet, Oklahoma Mesonet. They had a heat index of 125 somewhere.
Oh, that's awful.
Actually, I'm just gonna pull it
That's
up.
so bad.
It's actually awful. Yeah. Okay. So here's
Oh,
the ticker for the day. By the way, the guy who writes the tickers, Gary McManus, he was my boss. Cool guy,
great. He's a
hilarious
hilarious guy.
guy.
He's hilarious. You ever get a chance, if you live in Oklahoma and have any interest in looking at the weather, read the Mesonet ticker.
So here's the ticker for today. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's
Excessive
so
heat
bad.
warnings, naturally, heat advisories. He didn't even do a meme. Usually these are fun little memes, but
Yeah,
man, I don't even blame him. Why?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Usually
melting
there'd be a
face,
picture of like,
anyone?
yeah, usually there'd be a picture of like melted Brahms ice cream.
Yeah, he loves Brahms. I didn't realize Brahms was specifically an Oklahoma. Like that's what Oklahomans are
Yeah, it's an
proud of.
Oklahoma. Yeah, it's an Oklahoma thing. We don't got that up here. There ain't no
Well, I
Brahms.
mean, we have them in Texas, but like Brahms is the equivalent to Oklahoma that like Whataburger is to Texas.
Yeah,
And
yeah. People don't realize it. The
yeah,
Oklahomans take pride in Sonic too. Like
did
Sonic's
they
their
do
other thing.
Sonic? Did they invent Sonic?
The headquarters is in OKC.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't realize.
Why do you think every small town in Oklahoma has this damn Sonic? You'll find a Dollar General and a Sonic in every town in Oklahoma.
I think there's a Dollar General in every small town in the southern U.S. I'm
It's
pretty
yeah.
sure.
You can't have a town without it. You're not a real place if you don't have a Dollar General.
You're not even real. Yeah, man. Good old Brahms, good old Whataburger, good old Sonic. Love our national pride in our fast food. No wonder we have an obesity epidemic.
uh,
Hey, I can't talk though.
that I eat up very unhealthy. I can't.
I'm trying, but it's hard. So if we look back, this little guy here is interesting too. This is I think it's technically a tropical storm at this point. I guess we can
um,
switch.
is
No,
it?
it's
Is it?
potential
No, it's not
tropical
yet.
storm at this point.
Okay, it's supposed to. I mean, it's going to be forced well in the southern Texas with that high pressure there. I think it's
Yeah.
going to get forced straight east or west.
So I wish this analysis went down just a little more because you can see
Yeah.
right here that's the low that the potential tropical storm is
Was
kind
it
of going around.
80% now? 80% for it to develop?
Good question. Yeah, greater than 60 at least.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't. I thought it would say on here, but I guess it doesn't. But yeah, that's this guy right here.
Yep, just that
Um,
massive storms.
but what's interesting is that this high, that's going to steer that thing straight to the kind of this little tip
Yeah.
of
Yep.
Texas.
Yep, the Rio Grande area, and then guess where the moisture is going to end up once it circles around the base of the high.
Yeah, it's gonna go right back around. It's literally it's
uh,
merry-go-round or something. It's just gonna go. Whoosh. But yeah, so pretty interesting time here in the U.S. We got Franklin, we got
there,
good old Gert.
Gert, which is
Rest in
one of
peace,
the
Emily.
worst. Gert looks so awful on satellite. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I guess we can switch to that too now. So
Yeah, what's the other one? What's the other one that's out there? Is it Fred?
I
What is it? What's that one?
this one Franklin.
The other one, the post tropical.
Oh, Emily.
Emily, okay, yeah. Emily
Yeah, rest in
also
peace,
looks
Emily.
like you could tell it is no longer tropical. It looks like a cold core, just absolute non-tropical thing right now.
But hey, so yeah, Gert, Emily, but
They're dead.
we're pretty early in the
We
year.
are, we are. But
So
luckily, I think El Nino's fighting this pretty strongly.
mhm. Yeah, and the NH National Hurricane Center put out their forecast for the year, their general forecast, and they're predicting an above average year.
I have my qualms with that forecast.
Do you?
Yes,
Okay.
because if you look at and I know ENSO is not the end all be all, and sea surface temperatures are super warm out there right now, like way above average. But the ENSO forecast and the strength of the El Nino that they're expecting to keep developing would indicate that an above average season does not seem likely. But they're the experts, so I'll defer to them. But that's just my 2 cents on that.
Well, I'm not a like well tuned with tropical stuff, but my take was going to be that if this is the indicator of the rest of the season, just this image right here of
They weren't for a long season.
then we're in for even if we don't get like some big whoppers, just a bunch of little small ones still is pretty active. So
Be a lot.
I guess we can show. Oh, not that one. Oh, not wait. Oh, I guess it's gone technically now.
They probably issued the last advisory on it. Yep.
I figured they'd have at least a post-tropical, but oh well. Yeah, so very active day at least. A couple days in terms of
Yeah.
this. I guess we can start with the closest. So potential tropical cyclone 9. And yeah, they're dead on that cone. It's just gonna go straight
Yep.
based on this high pressure. It's just gonna go right there. But I think it is good that it's here in the Gulf. It's not. It doesn't have much room to build.
Yeah.
Like Gert, poor Gert. But you know when they're out
Gert's stuck
here,
between a rock and a hard place.
yeah. Well, one of the rock is the high pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
But when they're out here, kind of just west of the African coast, they have a lot of time to
Yep.
soak up all that heat and intensify. So it's a good thing that potential 9 is right there and still not tropical at this point.
Hmm.
Good indicator. I think I misspoke on air earlier. I just realized this. I think I accidentally called this a depression. That was incorrect.
It's gonna be at some point. I mean,
Likely
give
depression.
give it 3 hours, it might be.
We got a lot of daytime heating left. So, but yeah. So I guess we can take a look at Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin's the only one that really has a shot of doing anything, and it's really just kind of going straight north at this point. Yeah, and
Yeah. So look, there goes little old Franklin. He's projected at the moment to
n-
kind of
no
right
shot at
hand
no
turn.
shot at hitting the U.S. because that high pressure is putting in work. I mean, this thing is like you think NFL offensive linemen are good blockers. This high pressure is going to turn everything away.
Oh my gosh! I just thought of an amazing meme. I just thought of Captain America's shield is the high pressure
The high
just
pressure. It's the
pinging
perfect
off.
shape for it.
It really, and it's got, oh, it's so perfect.
Uh,
I'm doing it. Hang on.
go for it. You
I'm
gotta
doing
screen
it.
cap it. Screen cap it.
Good old snipping tool.
Can I say that with Windows 11, they made taking screenshots and screen sips way harder than it needs to be. You used to be able to just hit one button and be able to do it. Now you got to hit the screen snip app, and then you got to open it, and then you got to hit another button. And it's a pain.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Perfect. All right. Yeah, we'll do that later. That's cool though. Yeah, but no, you're right. It's just that high pressure is just pinging them off. Like nothing's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Even
I mean,
poor
luckily,
little.
luckily, as
ahead.
big as this high pressure is, it is gonna move out at least by the end of the week. I think is the thinking.
Yeah, it's already working its way east because it was just just a few days ago it was I want to say like the center was kind of like here,
Mm-hmm.
so it's moving decently. We can at least take solace in that. And I guess oh, I didn't even think about it. I should have put the overlay on, but oh well.
Man, it was ridiculously gorgeous here. I think last Friday it was the high of 72, 73 here. It was gorgeous outside. And now today it's 88 and muggy thanks to this high pressure and the moisture.
Yeah, it has not been nice here for a very long time. We had when that last low that blew through came through last week, like last Monday, last Tuesday. We had that front, dropped us down to the low 80s on Monday, and then mid to upper 80s on Tuesday.
Nice.
And oh, so nice. It was amazing. It's like I forgot what it's like to be in the 80s. It was so good. That 80s nostalgia. Yeah, I guess we can check out Gert and Emily, and I'm going to switch to Tropical Tidbits for that. We can start with good old Gert.
You want to talk about an absolute disaster of a storm in
This is
terms of it, disaster meaning it looks like putrid garbage.
Yeah, it's disaster in terms of its own self-preservation. That is,
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to say this, it looks kind of like that is a depression chode. It's just that poor little. It's
It's
just
got
not.
say your goodbyes to Gert now. It's got approximately 6 hours of life left.
Alexa, play Despacito. There's an old one for the kids. But yeah, he's just not doing good at all.
That's so bad. Look at the shear just absolutely tearing that thing apart.
The shear is really working against it. It's unfortunate.
Because
for
theoretically,
Gert.
the center of Gert should be right there in the center, and you can't tell.
Oh yeah, poor Gert. Excuse me, goodness gracious. And I guess we can check out Emily too.
Emily just looks very much like a cold core, low pressure system.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
It's still
There's
very distinct
no-
shape, but look at the
Yeah.
high cloud. The shear
Yeah.
is awful.
Yeah, there's no elevated convection in that. It's probably dry as can be in that blow.
It's dry. It's got horrible shear.
Yeah.
But yeah, the man, Emily Gert, rest in peace.
Press X to pay respects.
Yeah. So I guess yeah, remnants of Emily, the corpse.
Yeah, Emily's already dead. They already buried her.
Well, they still have. Oh, they still have it as a.
No way do we still have spaghetti plots for Hillary.
I wonder where it's gonna go.
The potatoes are going to be happy.
Do not use this map to make decisions. Seek official info.
Yeah, don't.
That's right. But yeah, that's the Great Basin explosion of late August 2023.
It always happens every year.
Disturbance
Always
1 looks interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and Well, oh, I guess
It definitely they
they don't have a page
need
for it. Do they have it here?
the shear to die down.
Okay, I guess they don't have it, but it might have potential. It might have potential. I was watching
It's
earlier.
possible. It's possible. I think with it being that far to the east, if it does form, the odds of it hitting the U.S. are pretty low.
Yeah,
So
I'd say so too. Well, especially since that high pressure is just going to continue to,
yeah, it's
it's
just
going to
gonna.
keep it pretty far south.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the tropics, um, both Atlantic and Pacific. From Atlantic to Pacific, man, what a time. But yeah, pretty neato set of
Yeah, it's been
storms.
been a nice setup for severe weather. That's for
Yeah,
sure,
and
in
we'll
all
we'll watch
facets.
9. Obviously, if
Yeah,
it's going to continue into Texas and Mexico, it's going to be something to kind of
it's
keep
not
an
gonna
eye
be
on.
much. Don't freak out about it, people. It's not gonna be much, but
It's not going to be a Cat 6.
no.
Ooh,
That
look at that
good
segue.
segue. I
Look at
like
that
it.
segue. Oh my
For those of you who
goodness.
have TikTok, you might have seen this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got
If you,
something very important to do.
it's there you are.
I had to roll it, man. This is we
uh,
haven't done a WX files in a minute, but
I
hey,
know, I know.
this calls for it, man. Can you still see the screen, or do I have to re?
No, you got to redo it. Yeah, people, this is, I don't even know what to say about this. This is
This
the
is what we
definition of
deal
being,
with every day.
this is the prime definition of being in it for the money, not the science.
What?
This.
Oh, TikTok thing. I thought you meant the switching to the screen cap. I
No,
was like,
no,
what?
no, no. Yeah, we're in it for the money, not the science.
That's right. We are. Oh my gosh, this is so cringe, dude. This is
It's,
so
this
cringe.
is more cringe than I think any of the Zoomer memes are.
And we're going to take a look at the comment section too. This is going to be one of our
Oh,
longer WX files because we got a lot to cover. This is
oh yeah. Yeah, we do.
insane. So, Will, you're a Floridian.
I am. I am.
What do you, and you, do you have a history of Category 6 hurricanes?
Well, not that I can recall, but you know what? I think maybe somebody from the future might be able to show us that.
I bet so. I bet if I think if we had a
I would
regular
trust somebody
old
from the future. If a
a
time traveler appeared right in front of me and said a Cat 6 hurricane was coming, I'd believe them.
regular old Doctor Who over here is going to tell us. Okay, so for those, we'll just give a brief recap. Category 6 is not real. That is not a real
It's not a
thing.
thing. It's not. It does not. I mean, theoretically, it exists, but
Is it even like? I mean,
I'm pretty sure that the Saffir Simpson, like the old, I don't know, the old F scale technically went beyond EF5 or F5.
well, okay, so there was an F6.
There was, and
There
there.
were
You think it was even up
only
to like F13, like it was, but out beyond like F5, it was like physically impossible.
yeah. Well, and so there was an F6. There were two F6 tornadoes. They were, and this there's a whole I'm working on a thing. I know I've said that like 5 episodes now. But Ted Fujita, who the F scale is named after, originally had a different scale. And on that scale was a 6. And he had two tornadoes scheduled or qualified as a 6. one of which was the Lubbock tornado. He then changed it after the fact to stop at 5 and downgraded the Lubbock one. And so there is no longer a 6. So technically speaking, yes, you can get above the wind speed caps for 5, Cat 5 hurricane, EF5 tornado. But the way we do it is it's usually whatever plus, right? So I don't remember what it is for. Let me just
for hurricanes it's 157
of a Cat 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so for hurricanes, 157 plus. In theory, that plus covers what a Cat 6 in quotation
covers everything up to infinity beyond 157.
Yeah. If for some reason in the future we have a different scale, that might be something else. But this person, alleged time travel, self-proclaimed time traveler, has
you can't falter. You can't prove her wrong.
That's true. And you know what? I can't tell you that she's not a time traveler.
It's possible.
I cannot prove that she's not a time traveler. However, I have my doubts, and here's why. Let's just roll the clip. All right, Jamie, play the clip. Hey, Will, how hot does Florida get?
Low 90s most days.
So it gets pretty hot.
It gets pretty
relatively speaking. This was 6 days ago, by the way. I'm not bothering to pull up the high temp history, but I'm gonna presume that what they're seeing in Florida in terms of heat is not anything particularly special.
Heat index has been a little high. It's been a little muggy there. Maybe heat index of like 115 possibly, but that's heat index. That's not temperature.
And again, what like the whole thing we talked about with this high pressure, right? Everybody in kind of the southern U.S., central,
it's hot.
Everybody's been hot. Everybody's been hot. That's just the pattern. That's just how it be. So we'll let her continue, but. Okay, so heat does not necessarily mean a terrible hurricane season. As we just demonstrated, and we did this in a specific order. I purposely started with these because this is a great example of why this is all nonsense, right? So it is super stinking hot. Devil's advocate, right? It's super stinking hot in Louisiana. It's a coastal state.
Sure.
Right? And sure, they have a potential tropical storm. But there's more to it than that. Like the high pressure is steering that tropical storm. So heat alone, especially heat inland, right? If she's like, oh, it's super hot ocean temperatures off the coast of Africa, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Maybe. But like, being super hot in Florida does not have a correlation to being super hot in the ocean where hurricanes form.
For those who don't know, when you have high pressure, the way that works in the atmosphere, you're not getting weather under a high pressure. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's that high pressure is just a lid. It's a lid on everything. It's not going to.
It'll be hot, but it'll be clear and hot.
Clear and hot. When a high is nearby, you're hot and dry.
There you go.
So, first couple fallacies right there already. Heat does not equal hurricane, especially inland heat. And Florida's usually hot. Dude, this is so insane. I honestly thought this was a parody. When I first saw this, I was like, this is a parody. This isn't real.
Whenever I go on TikTok, I usually presume that most things are parody because there's no way people can be that dumb.
Oh, but there is.
But there is.
But there is. And this is the proof because she is 100% serious. So, first of all, I'm going to take it back just a little bit. Wait, a little more. Florida and the Carolinas. I'm
Nope.
noticing there's a state in between those few. So it's
That
gonna
state's not real.
so it's gonna
Georgia,
go it's gonna hit
sorry,
Miami, and then it's gonna go
Georgia's.
back, and then it's gonna hit the Carolinas.
It's possible, I guess.
It's
Georgia's not.
possible.
Georgia's not canon in the time traveler universe.
Well, it's a Mandela effect thing, right? In
Yeah, yeah.
her
You think?
universe, South Carolina just includes Georgia, so
Yeah, it's all one
it's
thing.
it's an easy mistake. We won't falter for the differences between our two realities. Speaking of reality, this is so entertaining. I okay.
Oh
I
man.
shouldn't. I want to preface this now before we get too far. Um, we're not just making fun of this person just to make fun of them. We're making fun of this person because they are actively giving disinformation, and I hate that term. It's so overused. It's so cringe. But she is actively giving fake information for clicks on TikTok. That's all it is. So
Yeah,
I have no
and
problem
we're
ripping into
and we're
her.
laughing at them because they are stupid.
Yeah. Well, and
You can have the best of both
if you're
worlds.
gonna come up with a lie, come up with a better, like, just do it. Like, if I were going to grift as a time traveler, I would at least do a smidgen, like a tiny little ounce of research to seem
Oh yeah,
somewhat plausible. But
yeah.
this is just me
Like, could
being
you
a nerd.
imagine? Like, yeah, like, shoot, like, what could you say? I don't even know. You have to do some research on that one.
You can maybe say something like, "This is going to be the most costly, damaging hurricane season," or like you could a be more vague, b do a
I'm
tiny bit
a
of research.
I'm a time traveler from the future. When Apple unveils their new iPhone, your phone is going to start behaving weird.
Yeah, like
Something that's happened before.
yeah, man, yeah. I'm speechless. Okay, so by definition, yes, technically that would be true. If a category 6 existed, which it doesn't, it would be stronger than a category 5.
Yes, that would way to use context clues.
That's how math works. All right.
Six is indeed greater than five.
Wait. Yeah, okay, we're good.
We're really in trouble when seven eats nine.
So again, reaffirming the fact that it's going to hit Florida, skip Georgia, and then hit the Carolinas.
I mean, I've seen it happen before. Like you can
It
kind
would
of get
take
that effect,
it would take an
but
impressive amount of
if something
backpedaling.
hits California, I've seen storms will cut across the kind of the central part of Florida and then make a loop back like that. But Georgia would get some impacts from it.
Yeah,
Like that's not.
but when she says destroy most of Florida, when to me most of Florida means it's at least got to be cutting through like down here,
Yeah,
right?
that it
And
would
if
have
it's a
to. It would have to
category
essentially.
6,
It'd have to essentially ride straight up the peninsula. In that case, Georgia's not getting out of that unscathed.
well, yeah. So in order to destroy most of Florida, it would have to go like up the peninsula, huge backtrack,
In which case, it would
and
definitely
then
weaken over the peninsula. So it'd
yeah.
have to re-strengthen over the ocean
Well,
again.
maybe segue or tie-in. Maybe it'll be a brown ocean, Florida.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that Florida's gonna get that much rain. We're gonna get swamped. The entire thing's gonna be a swamp.
Man, this is so weird. So here's where we start to get into the conspiracy bit. So it's one thing to just lie and say this is going to happen.
It's another thing to say.
It's another thing to say that somehow the news and all the world governments
Are hiding this information.
and every meteorologist ever is.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Oh no.
Oh, do you have to click share computer audio on something?
Oh no. We haven't been. Oh no. I haven't had the desktop audio on. Oh my
man.
goodness.
Just take our word for what's been happening. We're definitely not making, as stupid as it sounds, we're not making any of this up.
Okay. All right. We can give a
Yeah,
quick.
I don't know.
We can give a quick recap.
Quick playthrough.
So, an alleged time traveler has informed us that there will be a Category 6 hurricane that hits Florida, misses Georgia, and hits the Carolinas. So I'm just going to play it.
My Florida
In
people,
entirety.
have you guys realized how it's been insanely hot all summer and spring, and now going into fall, it's just getting hotter by the day and more humid? It's been
that's completely
unbearably
normal.
hot even for Florida. Well, that means one thing. That means a terrible hurricane season. But what they haven't told us is that it's predicted that September 6th of this year, Florida and the Carolinas will be hit with a Category 6 hurricane. That is a hurricane that is stronger than when Katrina hit Louisiana. The hurricane that is coming is
Wait,
expected...
I didn't catch. There's a kid in the background screaming, "Let go of me."
That's the aliens from the time traveling.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's like somebody's grandchildren.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, heat doesn't equal hurricane, especially on land. Heat is a major component of hurricanes, but just because it's hot doesn't mean there's hurricanes. There's children screaming, "Let go of me," and somehow this storm is going to ride up the Florida Peninsula, miss Georgia, loop, then and like you said, looping's natural. That happens. It's just that's an
The
odd
specificity
path.
that it's not gonna hit Georgia. She knows it's not gonna hit Georgia.
Well, she
There's no
didn't
shot.
technically say it wasn't going to hit Georgia. Maybe she just
Oh,
forgot
okay.
about Georgia.
Like I said, Georgia is not canon in this
Georgia
universe.
isn't canon. That's right. Okay.
to destroy a majority of Florida.
To be
and
fair, if this
destroy
actually
a lot of
happened,
the
even a Cat
Carolinas.
5, right? If
This
that
is
actually
going
happened,
to
it would be a
a
catastrophe.
nationwide
Yes.
catastrophe storm.
So,
but the media
to make it a
and
little
news
more
or
believable, you
weather
could have at
channels
least said
haven't
Cat
said
5.
anything to us. If you look on TikTok and you search this information, many scientists and
Matter of fact, if I
meteorologists,
think about it correctly,
but
what was the big hurricane last year?
The big one last year.
Was
I'm running blank on the name. Are you looking
I should remember this, considering it hit Florida.
Yeah.
Ian.
Oh, how did I forget
Let
Ian?
me double check Ian's path.
It might have been
Would you look at that? It did exactly what she predicted.
our
It
commenter.
literally it went right into Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, after going through Florida.
Maybe she got the year wrong.
She's on something. Maybe, yeah. She can go back to the right year. Her
When was
machine messed
Ian?
up.
Was it September 6th?
It was last year. I don't think it was September 6th.
Okay, well,
Let's see what it was.
Maybe the Gregorian calendar is different in her universe too.
It might have been. Let's see. Hurricane Ian.
Oh, while you're looking that up, commenter
September
Bryn
23rd.
Courtney said the Florida Georgia line hurricane.
Oh God.
By the way, thank
It's
you,
just that-
Brendan,
It's
for
just them.
letting us know about the audio. We would have
Yes.
gone the whole stinking video without finding that out. Thank you.
I swear, could you imagine if it's just a hurricane, but it's Florida Georgia line playing?
Ew.
I think I would rather.
I think I
Be
need
gone.
to like undo your camera's output.
Uh-oh.
No, just because I think it's going to be doubling
Oh.
if she's just predicting the next tour. Honestly, bruh, Florida Georgia line makes me sick.
They only travel to cities within 5 miles of the Florida Georgia border.
Do they really? Is that true?
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna
there's no shot. There's like no cities that close to the border.
Brendan, help us out for a second. I'm gonna undo the output on Will's and let me know if the computer audio is picking him up. Okay, Will, say something.
Hi. Testing.
Is that working, Brendan?
There's probably a slight delay.
Okay,
All right, we're good.
cool.
We're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
I didn't. That was the first thing we did wrong on one of our first episodes. Was I had you like doubled up, like he was doing your microphone twice, and you sounded really echoey.
The media and news or weather channels haven't said anything to us.
So what reason would all meteorologists, all news channels, and all world governments have of hiding a giant hurricane?
Telling you, they're in it for the money, not the science.
How
Why
do you
was I
make
not-
money off of that? How do you make money off of a hurricane destroying 3 and not 4 states?
Mhm.
It's
a good
just it's
question.
intriguing. I do not doubt.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, right? If multiple states are just wrecked beyond humanity, it solves the unemployment problem.
Wow, that's awful. So, in terms of conspiracy things, one idea, I guess, just to play devil's advocate, would be like they're used as a distraction to distract from something else. That's usually
What could we be? Yeah.
The other thing is like some sort of economic benefit. Like, I guess. Okay, so here's an example. After the tragic fire in Hawaii, there were a bunch of calls to the residents from outside Hawaii, from other places, trying to buy up their burnt land, right? That could be something, right? Like, oh, we're going to
Sure.
destroy Florida, and then McDonald's is going to buy it up and turn it into a theme park or something. Like, it seems like a stretch, but we'll let her ride. Let's see what
If
she's
you
got.
look on TikTok and you search this information, many scientists and meteorologists have been bringing this to the attention of the government, of the Weather Channel, of the right powers that be, to let the people know to prepare themselves. And
You can tell by the concerned look in her eyes. She's serious.
She's very concerned, yeah. So what other alleged TikTok meteorologists have backed this up? I haven't seen anybody but her talking about this. Again, if you're
direct weather.
again,
I don't
if
know.
you're gonna do a lie, do a
One of
good
the most
lie.
clickbait. Yeah.
If you're gonna
It just
lie to
sounds
get
like a
clickbait,
It's a clickbait weather thing. That's all it is.
eh,
What?
We
Yeah.
as
What
Floridians-
meteorologists are hiding this in conjunction with the government, and why was I not invited?
yeah, exactly. I want to know.
haven't heard
We'll stop interrupting. We'll let her
anything.
finish up.
Why is that? I'm here.
It's a
to
good
tell my
question.
fellow
I'd like to know
Floridians,
that too.
Start getting prepared.
Yeah.
now. There's nothing worse than running to get supplies when they're all gone.
That's true. I remember trying to get toilet paper.
It was a pain in the ass.
All right, be gone. Oh wait, I was gonna look at the comments. Oh well,
Oh no.
the comments weren't constructive. I promise.
They're probably. Let's see. I'm gonna go onto the TikTok and I'm gonna find one comment at random.
Find the best
I'll-
one.
Yeah,
While
I
you
got this.
scroll, we'll defer to Sir James Spann, who not only has the voice of an angel, but is also just a giga chad. Like, he's such a cool guy. He's such a homie. I love James Spann. Um, oh, okay. I was distracted by something. So here's James Spann, and he had a great take on this. And oh, one other thing. So that was 6 days ago. So 6 days ago was Wednesday, the 16th. Is there a model?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So
I just found the most. I don't have words. I don't have words.
okay, before you get to that, Brendan in the chat just said he searched September 6th hurricane on TikTok, and there's tons of vids, just videos from influencers and conspiracy theorists, none from actual meteorologists. Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay, so every comment questioning her, she says, "I made a part 2 responding to this."
Oh no!
Right, and so there's a part 2 where there's a duet where she shows her proof. Right?
Oh my gosh!
Do you
Drop
want to
the
know?
link.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what her proof is?
What's her proof?
It is.
Can you drop the link? Can we just watch it?
I can. Let me.
We'll let
grab
her.
this
We'll
here.
let her do her proof before James
Well,
Spann.
no. Do you want to know who? Do you want to know who she's getting her proof from?
Go for it.
It is a TikTok made by. Do you want to guess who?
Ryan Hall. No,
Exactly.
I'm kidding. No, is it actually?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No way. Ben
Yep.
Castle just hopped. Ben Castle, do you want to join the
Benji.
stream? Ben Castle just hopped on Discord.
Oh snap! What is Ben
I'm
doing
honestly
on
gonna call.
Discord?
Okay, we've got way too much going on at once. This
That's
just got
all over
this
the
just
place.
got insane. All right, I'm gonna pull up her proof. You shoot Ben a text and see if he wants to hop in Aunt Meg's kitchen, and then we'll get to James Spann. This is going to be a long WX files
It is.
because we have other stuff to cover too. Here's your
All
proof.
this new forecast.
I can't believe it's Ryan Hall. I was kidding. I was kidding. I was joking. There's a part 3.
Yeah. So this is his part.
How many of these are there?
Just go to her page. Go to her page.
Are we gonna? So I'm guessing this is part 2. We got. Does she actually just do meteorology stuff?
If so, it's even worse.
That is, because I saw this about a sandstorm. A sandstorm about to hit. What? Dude, we just found a rabbit hole.
A sandstorm about to hit Florida. Now we're really in the damn weeds.
Okay.
Oh, Ben just said he hit the wrong button.
Aww. My heart is broken. I thought I was going to get to have the one and only Ben Castle on our podcast again.
We'll get him back on again.
All right. So I guess we'll do part 2.
Hey guys, so I've gotten
This
a
is
lot.
7 minutes. Part 2, do your own research. What an audacious title.
What do you mean? Do
on-
your own research. You're giving me the information. You're the time traveler. How can I do research on something that hasn't happened yet?
I've got to organize my brain. What I was gonna do was say that from Wednesday the 16th, so the last video was said 6 days ago. This one says 6 days ago too. So from the 16th, do you know any weather models that go out that far?
No.
Okay. How long do you know how long the GFS goes out?
300 hours at most, and you don't believe anything past hour 150?
Yeah. So I have serious doubts Actually, no, I don't have doubts. There is no meteorologist on planet Earth that is seeing a model that is showing you a hurricane because the models do not go out that far.
And also, if there was a model that was showing a hurricane of that strength,
It would.
you could be damn sure somebody's posting it to Twitter just to meme
Oh my
it.
gosh, yes. Whether we've said it before, whether Twitter is the
God, the amount of
the cantina in
posting
Star Wars,
shit.
it's the worst place. It's the
They
hive
were
of
posting
scum and
shit about
villainy.
this. And I guess it actually came out to be true. They were posting shit about this California hurricane last week.
Yeah. Yeah. So models don't go out that far, and there's no other climatological indication that would that would give you an idea as to someone said it there. The models don't go out that far. There's no other like Enzo
Oh yeah.
isn't
Let's see
going
what her
to.
response is to that information. She
This is
must have a
hurting
very
my
valid
brain.
answer.
I honestly didn't think it was this bad.
Oh, it's
so
it's
much
as bad
worse.
as
The
it
video I
is
made
and worse.
pertaining
It's so much worse.
to the hurricane coming to Florida this September. So I would like to address the majority, making a video. Hopefully this helps and gives you guys a little bit more info. So my name's Victoria. I've been in Florida since 1993.
Okay, never mind.
I've never evacuated my home. I've been through every single hurricane since 1993. So my intention of making this video was to not scare anyone or tell people to flee to
Wrong. You're a liar. That's a lie. You're lying. You did not post a doomsday.
Like I know hurricanes.
You did not post a TikTok proclaiming a doomsday hurricane to not scare people. Like, you're insane. This is insane.
to stores and get supplies.
I'm
That is not
actually-
the case at all. My intention for making this video is because
What?
I'm
I didn't
personally scared
bomb your
at
country
the
to
catastrophic
kill
effects
people. That didn't happen.
What are you talking about?
I'm just making the comparison.
that
Oh,
storm
okay,
could have
yeah.
and how terrible it's
Oh,
predicted
duh.
to be. And I felt the need to make a video because I don't see any other news networks or proper channels actually telling us about this. Me being a Floridian in Florida myself. So I felt the need to make a video and warn everyone. And I see a lot of people think that I'm just hosting fake news or putting things out there to scare everybody.
Fake news. What else is this? There's no justification for this. Dude, honestly,
That's what
I don't
she
want to
said.
cover this. I don't want to
The
give
fact
her
that she
any
said-
more
She
traction.
sat there speaking into a phone for 7 minutes on this, and it made a part 3.
I don't even.
She
We'll
quote-
okay.
was
We'll
she-
finish part 2,
was
but
she-
I don't want to do part 3. I don't want to give her any more attention. Like, this is actually
Yeah.
just making me annoyed at this point. I
Screw it. Let's just cut it off here.
Do you want to? I want to too. I don't like her.
So I'm losing IQ watching
Be
this.
gone. I don't want to.
fact
Although
that
I
it's
am
Ryan
really
Hall.
intrigued how she's roped Ryan Hall into this.
Just play like 30 seconds of it.
I really want to know what her proof is. I also want to know why half of the globe is orange.
Data coming in, the outlook for the rest of hurricane season is looking more and more concerning. And it's not just me saying this. Even the hurricane experts at Colorado State University are agreeing
Okay.
with me. Just the other day, they updated their official 2023 hurricane forecast to reflect this new information. In April, the university only thought there was going to be around 13 named cyclones, 6 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. And the reason for these somewhat low numbers was partly because of El Niño's wind shear influence across the Atlantic. But after seeing these new projections, along with the unprecedented warmth in the Atlantic, they upped everything. Now, according to Colorado State University, we are expecting up to 18 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. This is a big difference and would actually classify this season as an above average hurricane season if it verifies. On top of that, their new forecast states that the mainland U.S. is at greater risk than usual for experiencing a direct hit from a major hurricane. Usually, the
I think I want to slam my head into my desk.
I know. So I want to be crystal clear about this. I honestly do not believe that Ryan Hall is much better than her. In
He's
terms
a
of
clickbaiter.
clickbait
He's
and
a clickbaiter.
sensationalizing.
That's what he is.
So, a clickbaiting. Oh wait, Brendan said, "I don't." It's a quote. I don't see any news channels talking about this, bro. Shut up. There's a reason for that. Yeah, it's because it doesn't exist. Like, so a clickbaiting grifter using a clickbait. I don't want to say he's a grifter, but he for sure is a clickbaiter and
Oh, for sure.
like hyping up
He
sensationalist.
is the weather community's version of Keemstar.
Ew, I hate how accurate that statement is, but it's so true.
And he looks like a garden gnome, so
Yeah.
it fits.
Okay. Yeah, we're done here. We're done. Be gone. Now we're on to the memes. Oh wait, we were gonna do James Spann too.
All right, James
Oh
Spann.
man, this is gonna be the
Spanner.
longest WX files ever. All right, James Spann's a chat, and he's gonna tell you exactly why. Apparently, Ryan Hall is mixed into this. Why? He's gonna explain exactly why this is all insane. So let's just go.
So we've had increasing concern over the last several years about people
By the way,
getting weather information.
I would like to say, if I could, if AI like voice reproduction ramps up in the next couple years to the point where you can just pick any celebrity voice and make it like your Siri or your Alexa or something.
Mhm.
I want my
Oh,
Siri
James
to be
Spann.
James Spann.
Oh, for sure.
Now playing, I don't know. What, dude? I love this man's voice. I love James Spann.
Information from bad sources. This whole TikTok thing is just a great example of that. Let's roll a little bit of this. And remember, over 1 million people have viewed this, and they're soaking this in. Let's do a little deconstruction here. Roll that video.
What they haven't told us is that it's predicted that September 6th of this year, Florida and the Carolinas will be hit with a Category 6 hurricane.
Just stop. There's no such thing as a Category 6 hurricane. The Saffir-Simpson scale is 1 to 5. That's the first problem here, but keep going.
It's predicted that September 6th of this year, Florida and the Carolinas will be hit with a Category 6 hurricane. That is a hurricane that is stronger than when Katrina hit Louisiana. The hurricane that is coming is expected to destroy
There's the
a
kid saying,
majority
"Let go of me
Florida
again."
and destroy a lot of the Carolinas.
Whoa, man. September the 6th.
I'd like to make a quick
So
point
here's
that
a problem
Mr.
here.
Hall has
There's
not
no
addressed
skill,
being involved
zero,
in
no
this
skill
series of TikToks.
in forecasting the placement and the intensity of a tropical cyclone beyond 5 to 7 days. None. She's making this stuff up.
Yep.
But don't let facts get in the way of a good story. Keep on, roll it.
If you look on TikTok and you search this information, many scientists and meteorologists have been bringing this to the attention of the government, of the Weather Channel, of the right powers that be, to let the people know to prepare themselves.
So wait, just stop. So I would like for her to name one professional meteorologist that's saying this. Just one.
This quote, now that I know Ryan Hall is roped into this, is amazing.
I'll be waiting.
And we as Floridians haven't heard anything. Why is that? I'm here to tell my fellow Floridians, start getting prepared now. There's nothing worse than running to get supplies when they're all gone. Pray for everybody. Pray for Florida.
You just can't make this stuff up. Well, apparently she...
He's had enough. He's had enough. James has had enough.
I'm just gonna do this real quick. All right, back to
make this stuff up.
I don't know. Why didn't I have it full screen? What was I doing?
And the people say, well, what's your problem with it? If people want to live in this fantasy land, that's fine. And I guess it's okay. But the problem is, so I'll get dozens of messages on these social platforms. Is this true? Is this true? Is this true? Is this real? Is this true? Will this really happen? And the problem is, I'm spending time and energy I don't have to deal with that. And I answer everybody. And I ain't got time for that. So just please consider finding a reliable source and don't listen to these lunatics. This woman's playing you like a fiddle. You're a rube if you are sucked into this. You're part of her monetization plan. She's using fear and lunacy to drive engagement and video views and monetization. Don't be part of this deal. Just find a professional meteorologist. If you don't like me, that's fine. There's a lot of us out here. And stick with it as we get into hurricane season. All right? Thank you.
What a goat.
The man.
The man. I actually have a headache now. Okay, so
But this entire thing is like that scene. I can't remember exactly what movie it is, but he's like, "What you've just said is one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard. You get awarded no points, and we are all officially dumber because of it."
I was actually thinking of, his name's escaping me, but the food review guy who goes, "My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined." So he hit the nail on the head. Don't listen to people on TikTok. Listen to actual scientists who know what they're talking about, who aren't sensationalizing the news, and who are using actual real meteorological tools instead of just plucking it out of thin air. I also want to go back one more time to I just noticed that Buc-ee's is trending in politics.
Oh.
So I'm interested in that, but we'll do that later. So I want to go back to the Ryan Hall thing. I don't necessarily Ryan Hall knows his stuff. He is a meteorologist.
Yes.
He knows what he's talking about.
He has self-taught himself enough stuff that I think he at least knows what he's talking about and whatnot. And I think a majority of the stuff he does is actually pretty fine.
It is. He does some good work. I honestly love his live streams, his live tornado coverage streams.
But at the same time, he's a clickbaiting loser.
And one of the big issues I think for me is, as a TV meteorologist, broadcast meteorologist, one of the things that we're fighting so hard to reverse is the decades of lost trust because of hype. So many people, not that big of a percentage, but a decent percentage, don't trust the weather on the TV or don't trust tornado sirens because of hype, misinformation, sensationalizing it, and just kind of false alarms in general. And so we're still working to reverse that. We're still trying to reverse that.
Mm-hmm.
And so this kind of stuff, sensationalizing it, that just does not help at all. I also, to give her the benefit of the doubt, devil's advocate, to go back to her proof, quote unquote, the outlook is not proof of a specific event.
No.
A enhanced tornado risk or convective risk. An enhanced convective risk is not proof.
It's not guaranteed that something's going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's a good percentage chance, but if I were to say a EF5 tornado is gonna remove from the earth, I don't know,
Kansas,
the entire state of Kansas, and then you pull up the convective outlook and there's an enhanced risk for Kansas. You're like, see, I told you. It's like, no, and that is a better example, because at least the convective outlook has models that go out that far.
Oh, yeah.
This is insane. All right, let's get to the fun
Again,
stuff.
to play devil's advocate, She's the time traveler.
She's the time traveler, not us. She could be 100% right. Honestly,
She lives in a world where Georgia doesn't exist. So I mean,
by the
anything's
way,
possible.
do any of these look like they're going to be strong enough to wipe out all of Florida and the Carolinas, but miss Georgia?
I'm telling you, man, Gert's coming back with an attitude.
Gert's coming back with an attitude. Gert is going to show people who's boss.
Gert is pissed he got named Gert.
I would be. I don't want to be a girl called Gert. No, if your name's Gert, I apologize, but sorry. So I want to bring up Storm Chaser Nick, who is also a Chad. I love this meme he posted. It's a shirt. I survived the Category 6 September 6th, 2023 hurricane. And it's a picture of Florida and the Carolinas, but not Georgia.
Not Georgia.
So, and he also had a, did I save it twice? Oh, there it is. He also said, I'd like to ask this time traveler a few questions before my fantasy football draft. So, Storm Chaser Nick, hilarious as usual. If you're not subscribed, go or
please
follow
do.
or
please,
whatever
please
it is
do.
on X anymore.
If you want memes in the weather community, he's the guy to get.
He is the man for weather memes. So go give him a shout and a pat. Oh, that was exhausting.
I'm
I'm not even kidding. I actually have a headache. That woman has hurt me.
I have no words.
I feel broken. My soul hurts.
This is just further proof that this app needs to be eradicated.
I agree. Honestly, TikTok cannot be any good to anybody. Mentally, I mean.
I don't know, man. You ever watched the videos of the hydraulic presses? That'll clean out any sort of anxiety or anything you got right on the spot.
Honestly, I think this entire episode of meteorological history, just this whole TikTok sci-fi TikTokalypse thing, I think this whole trend is a great argument for why we should return back to Monkey.
Return to Monkey.
Return to Monkey. Or at very least, let's Brendan appreciates the hat. Yeah, rest in peace. What was his name? I feel bad. I forgot his name. If you can't tell, my brain is like on 2 brain cells at the moment. The voice actor for Dale Gribble, Johnny Hardwick. That's right. Johnny Hardwick passed away. So I've been wearing my Dale Gribble hat the last couple days as memorance. But rest in peace, Johnny Hardwick. But yeah, I think TikTok is a great reason why we should go back to Cowboy. Let's go back to Cowboy era.
Go back to Cowboy.
Let's go return to Cowboy.
No more TikTok, only
No more
dysentery.
TikTok, what's the difference? What's the difference? Okay. Do you have anything else? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm wiped out after that.
I don't know if I got anything else.
I don't think I have
follow
anything
up to
left. We broke down the Atlantic Basin explosion and all those poor storms that are going to get pinged. We talked about Hillary.
And we did it in a non-clickbaity way.
We did.
Look at us go.
And I feel like we were at least sarcastic enough in our tweet about this episode, about the TikTokalypse. I think we were at least sarcastic enough to be clear that we're not buying into that. But if for some reason people are clicking on, they're like, oh,
I want to make it very clear. If you take anything I say seriously, that's your fault, not mine.
Wow, way to give our podcast credibility, Will. Why don't you just click off and unsubscribe while you're at it? No, we're just a bunch of internet goofballs, but we're not going to clickbait you. We're not going to tell you we're time travelers. We're not going to hype. We're going to give it to you straight. And I think with that, that's a great way to end
That
this
it is.
episode. Hey, if you
A
aren't
bit of
following
peace in this chaotic
a bit
world.
of peace, a bit of peace. That's what we need. We need a little peace on Earth. Hey, Christmas is coming up, bro.
It is.
A couple months, we'll be knee deep in snow.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh,
We put out
we should really talk about the December 6th apocalypse snowstorm that's going to bury
You know it's
Amarillo.
coming. It's coming. It's coming, and they're going to use the Ryan Hall Winter Outlook as proof.
Meteorologists all over Reddit have predicted a massive 12-foot blizzard that will
I browsed the
bury.
depths of 4chan to find this out. I got all of my information from iFunny.
iFunny, dude. Rip iFunny. Does anyone even use iFunny anymore?
I'm ashamed to say I still have it on my
Do
phone.
you?
I don't look at it very often because it's all just
It's iFunny.
ancient stuff.
Yeah.
But I keep it on my phone for the nostalgia.
Well, honestly, so there was a period, late high school and a bit through college, where I was like, iFunny is like where all the stale memes are. If you want fresh memes, you got to go to Reddit, which I realize in my hindsight that was super cringy, and I regret it every day. And I honestly don't know why I just told it to the world. But yeah, so apparently I always thought that iFunny was like it was the thing. It was the bee's knees at the time.
It was.
But
And
there
in
was a point in
junior
time I
high,
was like,
everybody had it.
Oh yeah. There's a point in time I was like, okay, well it's the old stuff. If you want it faster, I guess, or on time. But I don't know. I've heard from a couple sources at this point that iFunny is where all the good stuff is these days.
Oh.
So I don't know.
return
Maybe
to
return to iFunny.
iFun. Return to iFunny. Return to Monkey. Return to iFunny.
Maybe there'll be an iFunny renaissance. All right, we got sidetracked. Let's do our outro. If you're not following our social media, you should do that because we upload very irregularly because we're both meteorologists and we work crazy, insane hours. So important to do that. Follow us on our X now. I guess we have to change our little bird to an X.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Follow us on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. And yeah, we'll
interact with us on there.
Yeah,
please. We like to have a good laugh.
Send
on
us
there.
your
Tag
memes,
us
bro.
If you want us to react to more of this stupid TikTok content, tag us in it, and we will see it.
Well, yeah. If you've got a good conspiracy,
anything, send it
throw
our
it
way.
A good weather conspiracy. By the way, on the whole Cat 6 hurricane thing, I actually went to r/conspiracy, which is usually where we get our WX Files content, and it was empty.
It was too dumb for them.
It was even Reddit conspiracy wouldn't touch it. It's like, wow, okay.
You know you've gone off the deep end when the high IQ individuals on Reddit don't even pick it up.
Woo. Man, we're in trouble. All right. On that happy and joyous note, see you all in the next episode.
Adios, y'all.